Yesterday we started something powerful, and I'm sure. So I'm still in the same outfit. So I recorded this the same day, but I'm sure by now a lot of you would have sent me a lot of requests. Now I might not have answered to you yet because I actually wanted us to finish this series before I unpack all of them together. And I remember that I told you to send me suggestions on things you want me to cover. I'm seeing a lot of your DMs. Don't worry, I'm going to handle that. I'm going to cover it. I just really wanted us to, you know, do this episode together first of this on this triggers. These triggers and how to identify your triggers and understanding why the triggers are there is extremely important to these 20 days of calm. Extremely. So once I'm done with this, and of course today is day 7, we're going to unpack those things. We're going to unpack those things you want me to talk about. So, welcome to day 7 of 20 days of calm with Tiffany. We have to start with a breathing exercise, of course, before we do anything. So, let's go. In, out. In, out. Remember yesterday we started talking about triggers, and I actually remember that I didn't give you guys the definition of a trigger. A trigger is a deep emotional reaction to a situation that reminds your nervous system to an old wound. That's what a trigger is. So when people say this, you're like, ding ding, it's time to go into fight mode. I'll give you another example if you're still having issues with recognizing your triggers. I'll give you a good example. I know of someone who doesn't like to be interrupted. When he's talking and you're interrupting him, he would get offended. And we always wonder, it's not that deep now. Now, you see that statement is not that deep, man. We'll unpack it later. It's going to be on one of our topics. Because it's going to be majorly on the kind of people you surround yourself with and how they respond to your triggers. We'll cover that. But this particular person hates to be interrupted because it was until we started to really work together that I understood why. And that was because as a child, he was always told to shut up. You know those jokes you try to make and they tell you, keep quiet, you're talking too much, excuse me. When you hear that a lot as a child, it does something to you when you grow up. So that can be your trigger. And when you hear, why is that when people, even when people interrupt you innocently, because people are not in your childhood. They might not really fully understand and unpack what you went through. It is your responsibility to heal your trauma. You can't keep telling people to walk on eggshells around your trauma or around your triggers. It is not the world's responsibility to tiptoe around your trigger. Yes, if you have someone you care about, you can tell them the reason why I'm like this is because of this and this, and they might understand, but you still have to heal it. You can't keep using that as an excuse. You're not a victim. Let me tell you something. Every morning when I wake up, the first thing I tell myself, I declare, I affirm. So all this affirmation that we're doing, I tell myself this things. I look into the mirror and I say these things to myself. And one of the things that is prevalent that I say to myself a lot is that I am not a victim. I am not a victim. I am not a victim. I am not a victim of my trauma. I am not a victim of my triggers. I dominate my triggers. My triggers don't dominate me. I am stronger than my triggers. I am stronger than the emotional reaction. I am stronger than my old wounds. I have now grown. I can't keep allowing that small girl win, that little girl inside of me. She can't win anymore. I am now an adult and I am responsible for my life. These are things I feel like you should always say to yourself when you wake up in the morning. Because when you say these things, it brings you to the awareness of your body. Remember when we spoke about self-awareness? When you affirm these things to yourself every morning, every time before your leg hits the floor, as you wake up. Some of you, when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is grab your phone. No, I need that. You see that there's just so many things that we have to talk about. Because if I really delve into that again, there's so many things I need to teach you about what happens to you when the first thing you grab every morning you wake up is your phone. There's a whole psychological effect that has on your brain. So we'll dive into. There's so much to learn. I feel like just pouring everything into you guys. Like there's just so much I need to teach. But anyway, you're here with me. You're here with me. And I'm really happy for you that but here together. Every trigger has a trail. Now, here's a trail. There is a surface level trigger, which is the tone or a comment that somebody made. Now, after that is the emotional reaction to it, which is the anxiety, the tears, the anger that's shows up after. There is now the hidden belief behind that reaction, which is the I'm not enough. I don't I don't feel heard. I feel disrespected. I feel taken advantage of. Those are the belief behind the reactions. Are you seeing it? And until you understand the belief behind the trigger, you might never really heal from it. But the moment you understand it, then you're ready. It's like an eureka moment for you. Then you're ready to grow past it. So, guys, we have come to the end of day 7 on how to identify your triggers and why they are triggers. Over the course of the days, days remaining to the 20 days of calm, I'm also going to be teaching emotional flashbacks. I'm going to be teaching on how to be less reactive. I'm going to be teaching on how to have hard conversations while staying calm. So they have a long way to go. But we're doing it. We're making progress. We're making progress. If you are still here with me, say, I am making progress. I am making progress. I am making progress. So now let's take our affirmations. My triggers are teachers. I am not ashamed. I am healing. My triggers are teachers. I am not ashamed. I am healing. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. As always, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, send it to your loved ones, and comment, share, because you don't want to learn all of this alone. You have loved ones in your life that could also benefit from this. So make sure you share the video to them so we can all learn and keep growing together. Bye.